few tough shots. So he had a phenomenal game, and their group overall was good. Give them credit.
The only other follow I had was you said mental lapses. Would you say that was the defense for the whole second half in terms of, or for the whole game, the mental lapse? How much was that a factor tonight?
I mean, we were not our best, but I think, I always, you give credit to Brooklyn, you give credit to their players. They played well. We need to be better. I would like to be better. We would like to be better. But it's not all us. A lot of it's them, and we need to be better, both.
You had mentioned before the game one thing that stood out was Brooklyn's driving ability defensively. Where did you feel like you guys could have been a little better tonight?
Yeah, we'll go back and look at the film tonight. It actually, I definitely felt the way I did before the game, having gone through it now for 48 minutes. Tonight they caught it and just let it fly, probably more than what we described going into the game and pregame. So the drive game, I'm sure we'll look at it and see where that created maybe some threes. I thought the drive game created more free throws for him, to be honest with you. The threes, they had a very willingness to just kind of catch and let it fly, with or without a drive tonight.
Coach, I know there were some rough stretches, but just how valuable is it having Kevin there as that weak side rim protector? Had a few rejections tonight.
Yeah, no, there was, he is very much appreciated for what he brings on the defensive end and what he brings as a MIG or a safety. And so, the most important guy on the ball, the safety behind it, those things are all important. Kevin's really good for us there.
Coach, you were outscored in bench players 54-23 tonight. So wondering what exactly decided to not go with Ryan like you normally do in the second half, or Oso, or make the switch. Like they went deeper into their bench.
Yeah. They got a little bit of separation on us in the third quarter. Book got a fourth foul. We rode Kevin. The whole third quarter basically, and so Ryan kind of got squeezed when we stuck with Kevin, and there were a couple stretches there at the end of the third quarter where I thought Kevin, kind of kept us in it, and it was just kind of a feel or a gut thing, riding Kevin a little bit more, going back with Book to start the fourth quarter, it just kind of pinched Ryan, and Oso was good, but we thought Mason was good too. So we're constantly kind of battling, and really Nurk was good. There's all those guys. We went with the spread. We went with Royce kind of at the 5. So we tried a little bit of everything, and Ryan got pinched.
Hey Kevin, I'm just curious. Tonight, what do you think was the biggest struggle defensively, particularly in that third?
Yeah, they knocked down some threes in that third, some big ones. Tyrese Martin was hot all night, hot. He was, after the first half, every time he shot the ball, it felt like it was going in. So you gotta give them credit. They knocked the ball down. They knocked shots down. Their bench, Wofford and Martin came in, gave them 48 points. That's the game.
As a weak side rim protector, it seems like that's where you're really providing a lot of value. Bud's been talking about it a lot. Just how do you take pride in that and just being able to be the low man and sliding over on time?
Yeah, just try to be there to help the team. I think that's the ultimate sign of camaraderie and teamwork, if you got a low man helping. But we don't want to rely on the low man all the time. We want to play one-on-one defense and try to keep the ball from reaching the paint, but it's going to happen. It's the NBA, and I try to be there as much as I can. And I could definitely been better tonight. I think there's a few of them I could have slid over and helped a little bit more, and I think that would have changed the momentum of the game.
And also just curious if your foot, I don't know, did Ben kind of kick you on accident?
Yeah, just accident. Quick little turn. It wasn't nothing too bad. We got a couple more days, so I'll be all right.
My bad, Kevin. When just looking at a guy, you've talked about the league and how guys are always ready to play when you see Tyrese Martin. Is that a perfect example?
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple game that we're playing now in the league. If you open, catch and shoot it with confidence. Coaches encourage you to shoot almost heat check type of threes in this league. So, when you get that confidence from your coach, you can come in and just be ready to play. I think we left him open too many times in that first quarter, maybe because we never seen him play before, But everybody who steps on this court, puts the jersey on, we got to respect a little bit more. And also, I think we started to close the space up a little bit on his catches, and once he hit a few, but after that, it's too late, So you got to give him credit. He came in and led them to this W. Without his 30 points, I think we win that game. Because Schroeder played great ball too, but he was 8 for 21. I think we could kind of take that. So I think he was the reason. Him and Wofford was the reason why they won this game.
How do you weigh having the game you guys had last night to tonight? Do you weigh, okay, this is a back-to-back, hey? I
just think they came out here and played extremely hard, made shots. It was one of those games where they kind of controlled from the beginning. And we had a little spur. We got up 6, got up 8, but they knocked down shots the whole game, and you got to give them credit. They pressured full court. They caused us created some turnovers. I had 7 of them, and that's the game. I can't have 7 turnovers if we want to win a game. So, and they got 24 points off those. So I feel like that's the game. Them two getting 48 points and me turning the ball over 7 times is the reason why we lost.
You've always talked about having good intentions when you turn it over. Did you feel like tonight was you trying to force it too much?
Nah,
okay.
I felt like I think I got 2 of them offensive fouls. Or 3 of them offensive fouls. And then I dribbled the one I just got late in the game. They came and trapped me. It was a minute to go in the game. It was one I was dribbling in the ISO and it kicked off my foot. So I just bad ball, you know what I'm saying? Just unfortunate situations. And I think, like I said, I can't, if we want to win basketball games, I can't have 7 turnovers and then we can't go 48 points off the bench.
Kev, is your foot all right? Was it Ben Simmons landed on your foot? Or?
Yeah, it's all right. It's a little tweak. It didn't hurt too bad.
And then Coach was talking about he felt like there were a couple of mental lapses. Did it feel that way defensively to you as well?
Yeah, most definitely. They got into the paint. I think they run a lot of good action for their shooters, and they look to hunt for threes. One of the tops in the league at shooting threes. So they had a lot of little wrinkles in their sets that made that, cut to the basket or get a wide open 3. You got to give them credit for that. I think we just a little late on some stuff. But once we started, I feel like we went to the switch and maybe a little later in the game, and I think we put together like 2 or 3 good possessions on defense. I think that was the most we played defensively in this game.
Kevin, what's the difficulty at halftime of a game like that when you can sense the direction and feel the direction it's going, but changing it is a whole other thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, we all could feel it. It was a tight game, but I just feel like we didn't play good ball that first half, like solid ball. We didn't play at the level that our standard that we hold ourselves to. So when they came out and hit us in the mouth early in that third, got up 8 to 9 points, and we just battled uphill from that. And once a young team gets some momentum and some confidence, and you got dude making 7 threes, that just that energy just extends throughout the whole team. And when you get up, those shots are not as pressure-packed as, a tie game or a close game, and you just feel confident. And then we just compound bad play after bad play, and they took advantage of it. And it's one of those nights you try to avoid so much in the NBA, but it's just inevitable. They just happen, and you got to figure out how to, bounce back from them. But in the moment, you got to figure out how you can get out of it.
In your experience over the years, can a game like this be a reference point where you sense one like a couple minutes into the first quarter feeling like this one again? You guys can say, like, remember Brooklyn, don't let that happen again?
Yeah, I think we all have had games like that in our careers that we can lean on mentally and think about and look back on and trying to make those same mistakes. I think we got a lot of veterans in this group that have been through all types of games and every pressure, packed moment. So, yeah, it's a learning experience. It's a tough one to deal with because we want to win every game. But it's something that we can grow from.